Hi, my name is Nicholas Kane. I'd like to have a discussion about music and what about music specifically, how it affects our well being. We all listen to music every day, at least a lot of us do on average. But are we helping or hurting ourselves? Does this have the capacity to have a positive or negative impact on your well being? Well, I'm here to tell you it can have either. I'm going to tell you why. So let's start by defining well-being. What is that? It can be defined as the overall state of health and happiness, including having good mental health. It can be influenced in a positive manner through things such as self-care, proper diet, exercises, and adequate sleep. And one of those forms of self-care related to our well-being in a positive manner is listening to music. It's music. Listening to music is a fantastic way to help us regulate our mood, which contributes to our well-being. Have you ever been in a bad mood and you just put on one of your favorite songs, just kind of get you there, get you pumped up for something, or just try to turn your mood around? Then you've already engaged in listening to music to regulate your mood. There's an interesting article authored by McDonald titled Music, Health, and Well-Being, a Review, and that was released in 2013. And McDonald states in his research, music may be uniquely suited to managing or regulating emotions and stress every day in life, since it has the capacity to distract and engage listeners in a variety of cognitive and emotional ways. He has also stated that music is therefore crucially implicated in mood maintenance, and we can think of our music selection as a form of psychological self-help. A reason why listening to music can help us regulate our emotions is because it's something we can control. If we're in an uncomfortable scenario, as long as you have your phone or something to play music off of and some headphones, you can throw in some tunes and maybe try to turn yourself around. Another thing that music can also impact your well-being positively is dealing with mental illness. Millions of us everywhere are suffering from mental illnesses, whether it be depression, PTSD, ADHD, autism, whatever it may be. These things can weigh on us. And there's a great article authored by Gustafson, Coleman, Iverson, Gordon, and Lenz entitled Mental Health and Music Engagement Review, Framework, and Guidelines for Future Studies. This came out in 2021. And these authors discovered that through these experimental studies, it shows that music interventions can help individuals cope with ADHD because music helps increase attention, lessen poor moods, and aid in reading comprehensions. Listening to music can also help us with our depression. We put on a happy song when we're sad. It may help perk us up. And another way we can positively impact our well-being by listening to music is music can help us actually modify our own cognitions. Well, what's that? Cognition can be defined as the mental action or process of acquiring knowledge and understanding through thought, experiences, and the senses. There's a great article written by Pepinzak and Dingle, Sotomayor, and Zelenko entitled Young People's Uses of Music for Well-Being. And in their findings, in their study, it detailed how young people listening to music aids them in modifying cognitions and helping them with their concentration, evoking memories, and helping with problem solving. One of the participants from the study that is detailed in their article even said, quote, it's something about a certain tempo, classical music or something, that helps me study a lot because I tend to study in noisy areas. So it helps with blocking out the noise and it helps me concentrate. So I know we've talked a lot about how this can positively impact us, but what if there's more than that? What if music can affect us negatively? And I can unfortunately tell you it can. There's another article I'd like to mention authored by Marinkovic called Can Music have negative effects on people, and this was authored in 2021. And he said that listening to too much sad music will affect our well-being negatively by making listeners more susceptible to getting stuck in negative thought patterns. And he's also mentioned that those that are listening to more of this sad music, they may believe that they're actually helping themselves, trying to find something that maybe they can relate to, that they're listening to, when in fact they're not. And then he elaborates by saying, quote, listening to music that makes you feel worse can be quite dangerous, more so if you don't even realize that it's bad for you. Another negative aspect of listening to music mentioned in this article, in songs that with more aggressive lyrics can increase more aggressive behaviors. Also, how else can this affect us? Well, there's a huge portion of our population that's heavily susceptible to being impacted by music, and it's the younger kids, our children. Songs with negative lyrics are not the best for younger listeners, or maybe even for some adult listeners. There's a great article entitled "What Are the Negative Effects of Rap Music?" authored by Wilson in 2021. And he talks about those negative effects in his article, and he says he conducted research along with the Prevention Research Center on the Pacific Institute for Research and Evaluation in Berkeley, which advises that younger people who listen to rap and hip-hop music are more prone to alcohol abuse, and commit acts of violence. And, this could be understandable. A lot of our younger listeners to music are impressionable. A lot of rap music discusses, things as violent as, shooting someone or drug and alcohol use. These may not be the best for the well-being, especially of that of a child. But in conclusion, music has the ability to affect our well-being both positively and negatively. You can modify those cognitions to try to pull yourself out of a good mood. But, you may especially if your selection of music is not a good choice for you at the time. If you listen to something that's too sad while you're sad, you could be making yourself worse. Or if you're sitting in the car with, a young child and you're putting on Snoop Dogg or something like that, some aggressive rap music, that may not be the best for that lyrical content. Thank you.